Big East and Atlantic 10, matched up against the American-made squad represented by the American Conference and Conference USA. Cannot wait. We got a lot of talented players on the court right here. When you take a look at the Beast Coast Ballers in particular, you look at 1 through 4, Ryan Daly representing St. Joseph, 18.5 points per game. He's the top scorer on the squad. Sukar Anum out of Marquette. I know you want to get to him, Robbie, but as we round out this 4-man squad, Marcus Evans of an Indianapolis native and Matt Moyer representing George Washington.
Well, I think when you look at Sukar Anum, you know, a guy that can really shoot the basketball. 37% from 3 in his career at Marquette. Played 11 games in the G League bubble here this spring for the Agua Caliente Clippers. That's your neck of the woods right there.
Yeah.
But a guy that can really shoot it. And in 3-on-3 in a sport where that's so important, you know, a jump shot from the perimeter can change the game.
Yeah, speaking of the game, here we go. We off and running. By the way, the American-made squad, Devin Andrews out of FIU, Daquan Bracey, and we already got a smash to start things off here.
We talked about him shooting the ball, but how about putting it on the floor and getting to the rack?
Yeah, there's Anum. He's up in the Sky Lounge already as we start this thing off. Rashad Davis out of FIU on the squad, and Nate Pierre Louis out of Temple. Also in black, there's a 2-piece, no biscuit. We got a 3-1 game as we're off to a pretty quick pace right off the bat here.
There's certainly a huge learning curve here, Kyle, just because of the fact that this game is so fast-paced. It's so much different than 5-on-5, and when you're playing with 1s and 2s, the three-point line becomes so important. Sukar Anum really getting it done from the line.
Yeah, he's in his bag like Halloween candy already, as he's doing most of the damage for his squad up 5-1. It can happen quick now. 10-minute games, 12-second shot clocks. You got to get to it. Pierre Louis, Swishalicious from the left wing. So just over a minute into this contest, nice post move. Kissed off the glass. Ryan Daly getting it done. Pull up, off target. So red on the attack. The Beast Coast Ballers. Here comes American Made in the all black. Long rebound. Anum to Daly. Money.
That's where transition is just so important, because you're not used to having to play defense immediately after scoring the ball. If you don't find shooters here, all of a sudden they can snowball on you in a hurry. And a really good look there for Marcus Evans, who's a terrific story. Played at VCU, has had 2 Achilles surgeries, but still out here hooping.
Yeah. Shout out to Craig Moore, Damon Huffman, Zaire Carrington. Teammates of yours who obviously did a lot of training with the players, helping them get a better understanding of the nuances and some of the strategy of 3x3, which is very different from 5-on-5. But if you haven't seen before, you are about to see over the course of the next 3 days. Grown man move. Pierre Louis getting it done at the bucket. It's an 8-4 contest. Down low, Daly. Not today, sir. Good defense.
I think we're going to see, as these games go on, Kyle, that the players will realize it's a huge advantage to pass the ball out. When you dribble it out, you're using your energy, you get exhausted, you got a defender hounding you. If you can throw it out, good things will happen for your offense.
Got to let the ball do the work for you. But,
no doubt.
You know, these are individually talented players, and you kind of get – you're enticed to go one-on-one. You got to open the floor.
There's a lot of space.
Sure.
A lot of space out there.
But they'll soon learn that you got to let that ball do the work for you. That's going to be red ball, so it'll go to the Beast Coast Ballers.
Red shirts, it is American Made. In the black unis, it's the Beast Coast Ballers.
American Made defended in the black. Moyer will start with it, top of the key, behind the back. He's heading left, ball fake, baby hook, no. Black clears it. Every change of possession, you have to clear by stepping beyond that 2-point arc. So Bracey was trying to stick with it. At 5'11", he's aggressive. Pretty good rebounder at his size too. But unable to come up with points there. So it stays 8-4. Davis bottoms up.
They were daring him to shoot it. He said, all right, I'll let this thing fly.
Shot.
He can shoot the basketball from the perimeter.
Yeah, not bad. 34% from beyond the 2-point arc this past season.
Davis, another guy that dealt with some injuries. Missed some time from mid-January on to mid-February. Had a knee injury, and good to see Rashad Davis back out on the floor looking healthy.
So we got an 8-6 game. We're about 3 minutes in. Daly, couple of birdies, kicked it out. Evans all by his lonesome, missed the two-piece. Oh, grown man game underneath. Get you some of that. As Matt Moyer puts it up and in, standing 6'9". Oh, come on, Robbie.
Crossover, get to the basket, hang in the air, and just a big-time finish from Devin Andrews.
Devin Andrews, the Golden Panther, with a beautiful finish. What's he gonna do with it this time? Step back, and he's too long. Long rebound. Davis tracks it down, kicks it over, up fake. Pierre-Louis. Oh, missed the crib. Back to Red. Moyer's got it. He'll clear it. Evans rattles off. American Made back on the attack. Two-ball corner pocket. Splash through. 9 apiece now. There's Andrews. He's got Moyer on the island.
Good deep.
Oh, yeah, he got locked
Moyer,
up.
he said, not here. Oh!
Mishandled it. Moyer with a missed opportunity. Pierre-Louis left all by his lonesome. He's got reservations for 2 now.
It just shows you how much the two-pointer can get you right back in these games. And Nate Pierre-Louis knocking him down with some confidence. And all of a sudden, he's got American Made right back in this game.
Yeah, this is an 8-3 game. And we got a timeout on the floor, so we said it. We've said it many times before. The pace is furious. That's how it goes down with 3x3. We got 5.5 to play in this one.
There's some boys huffing and puffing out here.
Yeah.
It's a different cardio beast when you come out here and there's the continuous play. But I'll tell you one guy that's not tired, Nate Pierre-Louis, whether it's getting it going from 2 or getting to the basket right now, playing some really good basketball here in our first game.
Yeah, he's hungry. You can hear his stomach growling. He pursues some professional opportunities following his 2020 campaign at Temple. A great opportunity for guys to get out here to make some money, get some exposure, maybe even begin a 3x3 career. After all, this is an Olympic year. It's only going to blow up more after this. Couple of misses. Daly tracks down the rebound, kicks it out. Right wing. Oh, okay. I see you. Up fake through the contact. And a foul is called. That will put Sukar Anum out of Marquette on the line. Started 91 of 99 games during his sophomore, junior, and senior seasons. 13 points per game, 4 rebounds. And nearly a 40% shooter from beyond the 2-point arc. He does not connect on the free throw line, so it stays 11-9. Oh, hit him with the jabby.
He left his defender in the dust. Daquan Bradley, boy, he can really get to the rack.
He has no shortage of athleticism. I was saying yesterday, watching this team in practice, American Made, they are bouncy 1 through 4. Uh-oh, step back. And he couldn't cash it in. Offensive board, too much contact. But that was one thing that jumped out immediately when we were sitting and watching them in practice. They don't have a ton of size, but they are super athletic, 1 through 4. Any one of these dudes can bang on you at any time.
Well, they play hard too, man. They've got bounce in their step. They get to the boards. They can get to the basket. Nate Pierre-Louis has made some jump shots, and right now I think he feels like there's not a guy from the Beast Coast Ballers that can actually guard him.
Daly could connect from the right corner. It's going to stay a 2-point game. $1,000 on the line, but remind you, a little bit different. A bag at stake every game this year. New teams, more games, and more money. No money on the 2-piece attempt from Daly. And he's going to misfire as well. So 12-10 it stays. Under 4 minutes to play in our first contest of 32. Our opening day here of this 3rd edition of the 3x3U National Championship. Kyle Montgomery, Robbie Hummel in your ear. Bracey. Oh, brace yourself for contact.
He went right through the chest of Matt Moore. That's a smaller guy going right at it. And then you play off the closeout in this sport. That defender comes for you. You are really hard to guard.
Oh, big things come in small packages sometimes. That's a big finish from the little fella. I mean that affectionately. Daquan Bracey. Quick step on the baseline. He's
Daquan Bracey, welcome to 3x3, where you go to the basket, there's contact here, and you're not getting that call. It's a different way of officiating out here. These guys finding out for their first time playing. It's a different animal.
Guard like that is so dangerous, using that quickness to get to the cup. 14-11. You can tell that Moyer was ready to attack the rack, but he's held up.
Foul on American Made.
A third foul on American Made. 7 fouls put you in the penalty. Neither team in danger of that. With just over 3 minutes to play. Moyer, Cash at the stripe. Pierre-Louis testing the deep waters. Jab step, pull up, take that with you.
He's got to a spot. Nate Pierre-Louis has been outstanding here.
Pierre-Louis from Temple.
Pierre-Louis, D up, Annam got the step and the scoop.
Nice solid finish for Sakar Akin.
Nice little one-on-one with he and Pierre-Louis. Louis can't knock that down. That's going to be off black over the red. One possession contest. And again, first and 21 wins it, or the team with the most points after 10 minutes expires.
You think about it, it's not just a win in pool play on the line, and certainly that's important, but there is $1,000 up for grabs here for the winner.
No doubt about that.
And the ability to be interviewed by our Dos Equis.
That's right.
The Kings over there.
Yeah, they standing by. Andrews broke. Stays a 2-point game.
Better find him.
Ooh, double dip from the corner. Annam. He's starting to heat things up now. Oh, through the contact.
How about the gamesmanship to kind of point away, like, hey, go screen away, and then just a quick crossover dribble and get into the rack and taking some contact. Nate Pierre-Louis has been the best player on the floor for American Made. And well, you see, it's been a little bit of everything. Shooting the J, getting to the basket. You can see why he left school after his junior year to find some pro opportunities, because he can hoop.
No doubt about that. It's 17-15 now. Daly shooting it, missing. His team still trailing by 2. Just over 2 to play in this opening game. Ball to Red. Evans, nice feed. Daly, bump and the bucket. But that's an indication that this team is understanding at least some of the strategy that makes you successful in this game.
Totally. If you're going to switch screens off the basketball, especially in 3x3 with so much space out there on the floor, Ryan Daly understanding I can slip it right to the rim, a lazy switch. If you're going to switch, Kyle, it's got to be on contact. You can't have any point and switches where you have a ton of space, because if you do, you are inviting the offense to go hang on rims.
Got to put a body on it. 17-16. In out. Working on Moyer. The kitchen's closed. No soup for you. One good block deserves another. So after they trade blocks, they go back down to Moyer here. Beast Coast. And
Boy, he is more than a shooter, isn't he?
Yeah.
We talked about him shooting the ball to start this game, but you give him some space, and a wise play by Rashad Davis taking a foul on the arm, because that was about to be our first poster of 3x3U.
Yep, yeah, you almost caught up body. Not quite. Instead, he'll be shooting one here at the stripe. See if he can even things up. And he does. 17 apiece. 2 ball, 2 short. It's a breeze in here. Oh yeah, definitely. A lot of contact there. They have no answer for Annam. He's getting to the cup at will, putting a lot of pressure on the defense.
You can feel him kind of taken over this game. And I would not be surprised to see the Beast Coast Ballers go right back to him. But Ryan Daly's going to take his turn and get right to the basket as well.
Yeah, he's had several opportunities at the rim. He's taken some contact, been unable to finish.
You got to finish through that contact in 3x3. They're not going to call it. It's going to be a physical game at the basket. And Ryan Daly with two really good opportunities right there, but comes up empty.
Yeah, one of the bigger adjustments is the physicality for sure. It's not going to be a whole lot of whistles. In 3x3, we let them play. For now, though, they won't be playing, at least for a bit, as we got a timeout on the floor. Each team will get a chance to kind of catch their breath here. And all knotted at 17 apiece with $1:15 to play. This is what you would hope for game one to start things off. It's going to come down to the wire here.
I think that we have a lot of parity in this tournament here this year, and that's going to make for some fantastic games. I'm looking forward to seeing the Southwest Soldiers of the Big 12 and the Southland. I think that they've got some personnel that I have seen. A couple guys that played last season graduated in 2020 that can really play, but really this whole field, as we make our way through the early games here this morning, and some really good teams, some really good players, and I cannot wait to see what today, tomorrow, and even Sunday has in store for us.
Oh, man. We just get going. It's a marathon today.
That's a good way to put it. It is maybe a super marathon.
It's a marathon filled with 10-minute sprints.
Yes.
There we go.
Totally.
All right, so we're back to it. It's going to be red ball. American made, by the way, 16 fouls. They got no more to give. Next defensive foul, we'll see Beast Coast Ballers shooting a couple of free throws.
And you've got to communicate that, because you cannot put guys at the line once you get to 6. And Smart right there to drive that basketball. See Devin Andrews trying to get to the rim.
18-17. American made on top, courtesy of Andrews. Evans. Probably would have liked to get a screen there instead. Oh, Pierre-Louis.
That's a mistake on the shot clock. That
Right.
should have reset. Never did. And the ref just said, let him play.
And on to the cup he goes. 18 all. Quickly cleared. Gracie gets him to trickle in. So American made back up 1. It's a grand on the line here. Daly from distance, left it short.
If you're the Beast Coast Ballers, you can get a stop here, only down 1, but you cannot give up a 2 because that ends the game. Wow.
Gracie. Deep ball. We got
somebody
3
open.
seconds to play. The final horn's going to sound here. And we're going to be handing out our first bag. American made. Barking a little bit, a hard-earned first victory of day 1. So Bracy and company, get their groove on. We're going to make it rain on them here in a bit. And, of course, they'll head over to the Dos Equis Lounge to holler at Titus and Tate, but a 19-18 final. Team American made. Now bathing in some Benjis, celebrating their first victory. Yeah. Racks on racks on racks. They're hoping it's going to be a whole lot more of that. Each team will play 7 pool play games, so an opportunity to win $7,000 through pool play. That's the first 1,000, and here's a replay of the go-ahead bucket here by Daquan Bracy out of Louisiana Tech, the Bulldog, bulling his way to the cup, all 5'11", 175 pounds of it, Robbie. And there you have it. We're going to see a whole lot of celebrating. The money angel, I guess we call that.
I missed the money snow angel. That's one of the staples of the 3x3U celebration.
Oh, I like the money guns.
I like the money guns too. I have a feeling we're going to see those here sometime today. And I think that maybe even our partners in the Dos Equis Lounge might have some of those money guns.
Yeah, they got a couple on deck. Hey, send us a couple over here, man. What y'all doing over there?
Hoarding the money guns is what they're doing.
So we'll get the court back in playing shape and get it set up for our next game as American Made gets ready to make their way over to the Dos Equis Lounge. And with Duffel Bag Boys await, and we'll get it over to Titus and Tate right now, who are standing by after we enjoy another replay of some money flying in the air. Titus and Tate, what's up? Y'all ready to roll?
Yeah, we're good. We're good. Let's talk to we got the American Made team. They're making their way over here. I don't know if they can hear us though. I don't know how we're gonna do this. We got music popping. Can y'all hear us?
We hear y'all.
All right. So we're with the American Made team, guys. Robbie and Kyle were pointed out that there seemed to be a feeling out process when you guys started. You guys were the first game of this event.
Yep.
You didn't have the luxury of watching other teams play to get an idea how this works. What was that like? Like, this is obviously a different brand of basketball. How hard was that for you guys to figure out? Do you feel like you got a good sense of it now?
I feel that as we came out, we was ready to hoop. You know, we had a good practice yesterday, and after practice, the most important thing we did, we sat down and talked to each other and built some camaraderie. So I think that was the most important thing. We just came out there because we messed with each other heavy off the court, so that's why it showed on the court too.
And Nate, you have the crown on right now. You were basically the king of the court here in this first game. You were going ISO a lot. You were going at guys, and you have a great first game. You guys seem to be hyped up, but how are you feeling personally, Nate, after this first outing?
I feel that as the job ain't finished yet. You feel me? Like
Job not done.
It's the first game. Like we about to go crazy. I feel.
Daquan, so Robbie and Kyle could not resist pointing out how you guys are all a little smaller, we'll say, in stature.
Yeah.
Like they just couldn't, they kept bringing up how you guys are at a size disadvantage. Would you say that you find a way to use that to your advantage in this tournament?
Absolutely. A couple of times I ain't get to my spot like I wanted to, but then as the game got going and I got into my groove, I was able to get by him and use my speed. So we using our size to our advantage.
All right, well, American Made, you guys got this thing off to a great start. Best of luck moving forward. It's a tradition here on the show. Every time we do this, we're looking for our favorite team.
Yeah,
early.
we pick favorites. So right now, you
we're
guys
jumping
are our
on
favorites.
bandwagons.
Yeah.
You are the
American
leaders
Made.
in the clubhouse.
Yes.
Congratulations, guys, on $1,000.
Let's go.
Let's go get more now. Let's go get more.
Appreciate y'all.
Yeah, appreciate you. It always goes down over in the Dos Equis Lounge.